Today we're going to cover how to change a battery in a wireless door sensor. I have several brands in front of me here and I'll demonstrate how to change the batteries in them. Just remember to call the monitoring center prior to opening up a sensor or working on a sensor. Call your monitoring center and tell them you'd like to test your system for a period of time. Then go to your sensor on your door or window and then simply open up the case. This particular GE case, if you push in on the end with your thumb at this location, I usually put my index finger on the back side, push in with the thumb to release the cover. This base plate stays on the door or window. Then replace the battery in the compartment. It's very important to pay attention to where plus and minus is. It's on here, stamped in the corner, you will see the plus. They're very hard to read, so I always suggest take a picture or pay attention prior to taking out the battery. This particular sensor uses a 3.6 half AA battery, and it's a lithium battery. Simply put it into the case, snap it in. Don't lose the spring. This spring is very important. It's the tamper switch that comes in contact with the cover. That spring, if it's not there, you will have troubles with the sensor. These are glass tubes. All these sensors have a glass tube that senses if the magnet for the door is close to the sensor. So be very careful that you don't damage any of the glass tubes on the door window sensors. Then seat the notch, snap the cover closed, and open and close the door, and the trouble should go away on the keypad. The other style sensors we have are for like GE. This is the magnet that's probably on one side of the door or window. This particular DSC sensor, if you push in, it will release, and then you'll find the battery in there. As you can see, there's a little positive on the base plate to let you know how to put in the battery. This particular sensor and many of our sensors have a 3.6, has a 3 volt CR123 lithium battery. Again, tamper switch with a spring. Make sure you don't lose that. Seat the back side of the cover and close. Open and close your door. Basically the same concept for all of our sensors. This particular sensor has a little screwdriver slot here and here on the edges. Insert your screwdriver, give it a little twist. Insert the screwdriver, give it a little twist on the other side. And then sometimes you have to just give it a little bit of a twist. This particular sensor uses a CR2450 coin battery. There's a positive and a negative to the battery. You can see on here a little plus. It's very important when you put these batteries in that they seat on these fingers. So you can see there's some fingers for the edge and fingers for the bottom. Insert battery, seat the back side, snap it closed. Your magnet will be on the opposing door and you're all set. This particular DSC sensor has a cap. You just give it a little bit of a twist right in the middle to remove the cap. There's a small Phillips screwdriver point. You'll undo the screw. The screw will stay seated in the cover. Don't lose that screw, it should stay seated. And then again, 3-volt battery. CR123 3-volt. And then, as you can see, positive and negative on the sensor. Place in your battery. Make sure not to lose the tamper. This little thing here comes in contact with the cover so that so the system knows if it's being tampered with. Seat the back side. Close the cover. Screw down the screw with a small Phillips screwdriver. Replace the decorative cap. Now we're going to move on to a different line. This is made by Ademco. This particular case has a handy little push-in tab. Hinge open the cover. Same concept on all these sensors. Negative, positive, stamped right on the board. Put in your battery. Here's your tamper switch to know if the cover is open. Comes in contact with this little stub out on the cover. So once you have the battery seated in there, seat the back side, snap in the cover. Open and close the door, go to your keypad and disarm it 3 times, and the trouble should be gone. This is another case style for Ademco. You simply put your screwdriver in there, pop it open, positive and negative again, tamper switch, little finger to come in contact with that tamper, seat the backside, snap it closed, go to your keypad and clear the indication out. This particular sensor is made for a lot of different style systems. There's a little cap, and you remove the cap to expose the circuit board. This one takes a CR2 battery, you put it in this little chassis here, and then, very important, that you seat this all the way in the tube. So I usually, when you pull it out of the tube, kind of pay attention to what's up and what's down. So that way when you get it back in, you put it back in the tube the same style. We have several different manufacturers. Some of our sensors have a soldered in battery, which would require you to call in for a service call and have that particular sensor replaced. So bear that in mind. If you don't see a battery on the card, then you'll have to call in for a service call for a new one. This particular sensor is kind of a micro mini. This is a used sensor I have in front of us. It's got a coin battery, and essentially there's a little notch kind of cut out here, and you just kind of pull it off of the base plate. Base plate will be attached to your door or window. Typically these are used on windows. There's a coin battery. That coin battery has a plus and a minus, just like the other coin battery I showed you. This particular sensor uses a 2032, and notice there's a positive on the battery and that should be up. It does say up on this little sensor. It's got the same glass tube like all of these sensors do, so be very careful of that glass tube. Insert the battery and then put the cover back on. This is the tamper switch. Comes in contact with the cover so that your system knows that someone's not messing with your sensor. If you have any questions or concerns, please call Heartland at 888-264-6380.